Decks podcast. Off the Decks podcast.
See you guys to another episode of Off the Decks. We're here, the one, the only,
The legend.
the mayor of the city,
Yes, sir.
City Fidelia.
We're here, baby.
It's crazy to have you on. I hate talking to guests like before coming on. Like, no.
Yeah, I know. I asked so many questions like before we do.
Every
the
time I'm
episode.
so silent, I was like, "Hey, don't talk to City." As much as I want to see how he's doing, I was like, "No, I want to hold it." But thanks for coming on. It's crazy that I've gone to this point where I'm like, "Damn, I'm having you as a guest because I just want to give the viewer a quick rundown." So, my experience with you and basically your name was when I moved from Thunder Bay to Ottawa. Jacob Rocco, which we're at right now, Third Place Studio.
Yeah.
Shout out. But he always told me about this guy. He's like, yeah, there's this guy, City Fidelia. He's like, big bro to us, very good to us. And basically, like, big bro. And I was like, okay, say word. Then I remember one day I was actually of all places going to film Joe Biden. And I remember you called him in the call, and I'm like, fuck, that's City Fidelia on the phone. I want to be like, that's him. Like, to me, like, the way he talked to up and other people were always like, just showed so much love. So I'm like, damn, like, I need to meet this City guy. And I remember I met you a couple times, and I was in a room with you a few times too. Yeah. And then everybody introduced, and I was like, "Fuck, there'll be a day that." And
now we're here.
Yeah,
we're here. But through there, like we saw each other a few times for sure.
Yeah.
I remember one time it was after party, and it was the day that Sad Boy performed.
Yes.
I remember like giving you a wave, and I think you gave me a head nod first, and I was like, "City recognizes me." I was like,
This guy
"Damn,
loves
Yeah,
Ottawa
man.
music. I'm telling you right now, I'm number one fan of Ottawa music.
Ottawa music for sure, because like, of course, listen to you, but the fact that your name and your connection to Jacob has always been like, even though I barely ever met you, even to this day, like we haven't talked that much, or spent that much like quality time properly together. It's been one of those things where it's like I've always looked up to you, being like, hey, that's one guy where it's like,
that's love, man.
it's love. Like you don't even need to give that much love, but I'm like, who you around and who you support overall. I was like, that's basically big bro to me because it's like I'm that close with Jacob, so I was like, hey, if Jacob trusted you to that point.
You guys are cousins, yeah.
See, I mean, Jacob are cousins.
Yeah, that's pretty much my brother, man. Like, you know,
connection to another one, Aiden Sykes.
Yes.
So that's another person where I'll say this on cam. Aiden's another person where like I've only met him a few times, but one of those people who's shown me love. And it was the first time I was at the Cranium Festival. Yep. And it was the showcase where Izzy performed, and she basically, there's a bunch of people, and like that was my first time like ever really within the scene, I'd say. Okay. And I remember Aiden Sykes talking to me, and I didn't know who he was at the time. I'm like, this guy's like telling me all this stuff. I'm like looking all around. I'm like, why is this guy talking to me right now? But it was one of those things where he gave a fuck about me for 15, 20 minutes. He could have been talking about anyone else. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, why is he talking to me? And then I realized who he is, like who he truly is. And I'm like, man, like that guy's
a legend, man.
Big intro, but I just want to say shout out to you guys for just
big intro,
being who you are.
Thank you, man.
Understandably, I was like, hell, the man.
Thank you, man.
Don't say
That's
mayor
love.
for nothing, man. We got two mayors in Ottawa.
Yes, sir.
Him and Jim Watson. Is it Jim Watson?
Mark Sutcliffe, I think. Yeah, Mark Sutcliffe.
Shout out Mark Sutcliffe. Let's go. We're gonna cut out that.
But thank you for coming on. Honestly, it's
no, for sure. I had to, man. It's like,
it's been a long time.
And some people might be mad at me because they've been reaching out to do their thing. It is what it is, guys. You know. I love the work that you guys been doing too. I pay attention to everything.
Respect,
and when I found that out, I was like, "This guy's a real one."
Yeah,
It always freaks me out when people say that. I'm like, "You listened?"
Like, yeah, 100%.
I was like,
yeah, you can ask Mez when we were in New York. When I was on tour, and we were in New York, and I was watching the whole thing with when you guys interviewed Messam. I watched the whole thing, and that was like what 2 hours or so. I watched the whole thing from start to finish. So. Yeah, I'm just a fan of, people doing dope stuff and giving back to community.
Fire.
Yeah.
Because you're very, if I was to put one person to like overlook the whole community, I feel like I want to say like you're the godfather, but I feel like one of those people are like, okay, cities that overall, like I've never heard anyone say anything bad about you in any sort. So I feel like who's that one person that's just like, you're very supportive of everyone on the come up and Ottawa as a whole.
I can agree with
that. Yeah, man. Because I know how hard it is to be from here and trying to do something, And at the end of the day, it's like even outside of music has always been a thing for me. You know what I mean? In my neighborhood, like my crib was the crib people went to and stuff like that. So for me, it's like, you know, if I could help make other people's lives easier, especially in this industry, you know, I'll do my best to try to do that. You know what I mean? And I understand that it takes an ecosystem to kind of grow things, you know, so I'm just playing my part, you know.
Fine.
Now, where did that love for the city kind of start? Where it's one of those things where it's like no one's really showing love like to the city around me, like because I feel like you do rap Ottawa very much more than
Even on the radar, this guy was rocking the Senators.
I had to. Honestly,
like, was it always like that, or was it one of those
it was always like because like I said, growing up, it was like I was very ingrained in my neighborhood, and I was really like respected in every neighborhood in Ottawa. You know, I would pull up to like blocks and freestyle battle and stuff like that because you kind of had to do that back then. Because like if you said you rap, you had to rap on the spot. Yeah, you know, you better have your bars ready. So you know, I was kind of known in the city for that, and like a lot of the. You know, I'm sure you guys are familiar with like, you know, how, you know, the South and the West and all these politics work. But I was usually the one, like, especially back in the day, to kind of connect everybody. Okay. You know, people would like meet each other through hanging out with me. They would all come to Chinatown and like be at the crib kicking it. Really? You know, so it's like through that I always had this like love for just like culture in the city, and then I also always felt that Ottawa was misunderstood. You know, because I moved to Toronto for a bit. And anytime I bring up Ottawa, they'd be like, what is there to do in Ottawa?
People hate on Ottawa so much.
You know? And like when I would bring them down, they're like, all right, yo, it's not that bad. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's things to do. There's good music. So it's like I took pride into kind of like letting people know like there's dope artists and dope like culture in Ottawa. People are doing their thing. Like I actually think a lot of the best talent comes from here. We just obviously don't have the infrastructure that all these other cities have and the amount. But like I always tell people, like anybody I've seen kind of bring their same talent anywhere else has surpassed a lot of people, you know, because we have to like work 10 times harder to impress people here. It's hard to impress.
You have to kind of get there first, which is the hard part.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
So yeah, man. So I always had this like pride in myself that I'm like, you know what, like I want to be one of those guys that kind of like help wave that flag around anywhere I go, you know.
And you're doing it proper, man.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
You don't know? Now you got it.
Thank you, man.
Okay. I've always been curious about this. What are your thoughts on the traveling part of the art industry, whether it's DJ? You're always like, you know, with Nez, with Solaris, even the Flair.
I will say it was much easier when I was younger, you know? Yeah, like, because when you're younger, it's like, you know, the first time in LA, the first time in Japan, all these things, you're just excited.
Yeah, you'll sleep anywhere.
You know, exactly. Like, that's what it was, you know what I mean? Like Mez will tell you, man, like, when I was first starting out, because me and Mez been working, like, probably 12, 13 years now, you know? We've been traveling together, you know? And, yeah, sometimes it would be like, okay, they'll book me for a show. It's like one hotel room, you know? And I'm like, damn, you know, Mez the OG, he gets the bed. We're all sleeping on the floor, you know?
Okay.
And those were the vibes, you know? So at first it was definitely excitement and like embracing the new experiences. But yeah, definitely as you get older, you're just like, damn, man, you know, I don't want to stay home. But then you remind yourself, I'm grateful to be in a position to travel.
Not too many people are like able to, especially like from Ottawa. Like
it's hard.
Able to travel and do a tour.
Yeah, exactly.
You recently did, was it a Canadian tour?
Yeah.
Was it the West Coast?
The West Coast, yeah. So we did the West Coast, and then we did Japan before that. So yeah, I'm definitely grateful though. I'm definitely grateful. It's just more of like just with anything, you know, when it becomes a job, you have moments where you're like, damn, this is tough. You know, got to pack up your bags. You're living out of a bag, and you know, and I haven't mastered the routine of like eating well when I'm gone and stuff like that.
I think that's actually one of the harder things.
It's hard, yeah, you know, because especially when you're touring, because you basically get to the city usually around 4 or 5. And then you have to do your sound check or whatever. You check into your hotel, then you go do sound check. And then by the time you get back to the hotel and change, you gotta go
Right
back.
back,
Yeah, you know. And then the only thing that's open is like McDonald's and things of that nature. So that's all you're eating. And then you have to dip in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm still trying to master kind of like keeping my routines I have here when I travel. So that's I'll say the harder part now. But I'm grateful though.
Okay. Do you have a favorite international location that you've performed?
Yeah, I would say Japan, man.
I was about to say,
Man.
I went there
Crazy.
earlier this year.
Yeah.
It's like,
Crazy.
I can't imagine anywhere.
Yeah, man.
better than
Japan was crazy, and even the first time. So the first time I toured there was 2016. Man, like it was my first time I had my like Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson moment where someone was crying. Like I was performing and like I still have the video of that somewhere. Like this guy was like hanging on for me, just crying while I'm performing. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, that was my first time having like something like that. You know, so
Touches you too.
yeah, 100%. Because and it's like it was my first time kind of be like my English music is resonating with people that don't speak English really, and I met a lot of people through that tour, and I just love the culture over there because they really just embrace the art. A
lot more than most countries.
A lot more, and people are very serious about like. I'm really passionate about the art and the music and everything, so it allows people to explore their art. I'm sure, as artists and that are part of the industry here, I'm sure you guys struggle sometimes because people don't have passion for music that much here, so you kind of have to buy into like, I guess, the mainstream stuff.
It happens all the time. Even everywhere, Ottawa, Toronto, Montreal, LA, New York, it always happens. But in Japan, it's like really like, if you're good at what you do, people will take the time to embrace it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But you've been performing since, when was your first time where you would say like, okay, I'm established as an artist, where I was like, hey, this is where I officially, where you officially started being City Fidelia as an artist?
So would you say like internationally or locally?
Even just locally. Like,
locally?
Where were you like? Was it your first mixtape? Or like, I'm going to commit to this. I want to know a little bit more about that. Like those early days where you're like, to anyone that's kind of doubting themselves right now, like what was that? What were the starting phases for you? Like, or like, I'm sure people made fun of you for
for
trying
sure.
this stuff. Like, what was those early days like, especially in Ottawa?
Yeah. Back then, I was definitely like locked in. Like I was known for like the rapper on the block. Like that's what I do. OGs, like everybody knew that was like my thing. So I was kind of like known in like neighborhoods, but not, I wouldn't necessarily say in the art industry here. And then we had this group called A Squad. So it's myself, this guy named Nilton, Noah Mays. Who else was a part of A Squad? Yeah, there was a few other people, but so we were like high school guys just doing shows like at Carleton University, Ottawa. Like we were like outside, and there wasn't really like young group of guys that were like moving like that, and spitting the bars that were spit,
Youngest
like
in charge at the time.
Yeah, definitely. Like we're in there, like. So from there, that's kind of how I got into the music community in Ottawa. And then I would say when I really kind of had like a real buzz is I dropped this mixtape called Blind Spot, and it's actually Life of Bad News that shot my cover.
Oh, no way.
So this is 2011.
Wow.
This is 2011.
I was 9 years old.
Yeah, so I've been
crazy.
around, man. Yeah, sometimes I wake up, I'm just like, you know what, man? I'm grateful that like I was open-minded enough to grow as an artist to still be relevant. Because that's hard.
Stop.
That's hard.
Stop after a few years.
100%. So I'm happy that I still challenge myself to try new sounds and push myself to be better. So yeah, I dropped that mixtape, and then it was just like a buzz in the city because at the time, everyone was kind of doing either like techno or like Ace Hood type shit. But I came,
that era.
Yes. But I came in on some, Mac Miller, Wiz Khalifa type vibe, you know, like me and Bobby were on that shit, you know what I mean?
You could ball up.
But yeah, you know what I mean? Like Bobby was more of like, that was more of his thing.
Okay.
But like, I came like right after him, you know, like he was like, he kind of like switched kind of like what was popular at the time. Okay. And then, yeah, I kind of came through with like, you know, my own thing, but in a similar lane where it's like, hey, the street guy, but he kind of has this cool thing to him too, you know what I mean?
Can we find that old that 2011?
It's it's private. It still exists. I still got it.
It's not on Apple Music though, eh?
No, it's not Apple. Oh, you could find it on Bandcamp actually. It's on Bandcamp.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to do
it's on Bandcamp. Yeah. It's a. I was listening to it the other day. It's still kind of hard. Still, right. I definitely got better, much better. Of course. But you know the vibes are there. And then 2012, I think that's when Blues Fest happens. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2012 was my first time on Blues Fest, and like that was a huge thing because Blues Fest did not fuck with like black rappers.
And bro, they used to bring like, I would say in the 2010s up until that Eagle Ciotti year, there was some big names that came to Blues Fest.
But it would be
who was there.
There'd be like big. So the big names would be like similar to now, where it was like more safe artists.
Okay.
But in terms of like local black artists, that wasn't.
They weren't doing
it
that?
wasn't a thing. No. Like that was the first time like a dude from the block in the city was on that stage, you know?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And so that was like a big thing, you know? And then after that happened, I was like, shit. Like I reached the final boss. Like this, you know,
that's like Ottawa final boss level. Yeah,
yeah, you know, because I, you know, at the time, yeah, I did like ASAP. Like we did it like ASAP, French Montana, and all those like opening acts, and then yeah, Blues Fest. So I was like, shit, and then
sorry, go back.
Yeah,
opening for City Open.
Yeah, so I opened up for like French and ASAP when they first came out. Yeah. Oh, Ottawa was lit, and big shout out to Mikey Capacity. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
Yeah, is he a DJ?
He was so he used to own the nightclub Ritual.
Okay,
and then he was also like a promoter, but the city hasn't really had a promoter like him because he was like he didn't only do it for the money. Like he was really deep into it, so like he would bring in like everybody. Like there would be a show at least twice a month. And like a solid show, like
because ASAP in 2012, that's like when he first started popping off, right?
Yeah.
Same with French Montana.
Yeah,
French Montana had like Coke Boys. And
but
all that.
But
damn, that's really
so
cool.
we haven't had someone like him since him, honestly. Like,
damn, shout out.
So big shout out to Mikey, man, and Graham. Those two were doing some dope shit in the city, and yeah, man, they would bring down like Mac Miller, Young Lean, like Post Malone, like literally everybody, bro. And it would be constant all year round, you know? Yeah, man. I feel sorry for you guys. You guys definitely don't have that, you know?
Now it's like, I feel like every city's kind of like bringing just like underground artists, you know? It's
yeah, exactly, you know? So, yeah, that was a dope time. So while I was in Ottawa, Noisy, I don't know if you remember Noisy. So Noisy was this, I guess, a magazine under Vice.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. So while I was living in Ottawa, they wrote about me. They're like, yo, this dope dude from Ottawa, like, you know what I mean? So that's when I was kind of like, all right, now I'm like getting out of, you know, Ottawa. You know, now I'm like, you know, now I'm touching Toronto, Montreal, you know, doing like shows out there and connecting with people out there. Big shout out to Junior T. He's one of the first people in Toronto to like really show me love and have my back. And then 2016 is when I dropped this record called Lately. So that was one of the, no, was it 2016? So it might have been 2015, and then I dropped the album 2016 or something like that. But then again, that was one of the first times song from Ottawa is getting millions of streams.
Yeah.
And this was independently too. No label.
No label.
Like
still
I knew
to this day, no label?
Yeah, no label. So, yeah, a lot of people like sometimes think I have this huge machine, bro. It's I'm the machine for the most part.
Yo,
but I do gotta
now you know.
I do gotta good group of homies, and honestly, like everyone around me is just like friends that want to see me win, because obviously you can't do everything yourself, you know what I mean? So I definitely got a good team of people that like help me where I can't, you know what I mean, can't do certain things, you know. But yeah, we've been independent pretty much the whole time. We did one partnership with Public 2-3 years ago for my Painkiller album. And then I have a label partnership with them right now. So I've been doing a few artists from Ottawa through my label situation. Jessie Simmons. So she released her record through the label. We're working with Romeo Don't Die.
You guys did a track together as well.
Yeah. So that's going crazy.
I think he played at the spot. I remember that.
Word, that's what's up, man. Yes, that song's going crazy. It's doing well.
Shout out to Romeo.
So we're working with Romeo. He's dropping in the new year. He got some really dope shit. I'm excited for him.
He was talking about.
He's talking about this. He's like, how come I on the chain?
He's like, how Spinny got a chain and not me, man?
Man.
He's hilarious. Romeo's a really good dude.
Yeah, man. He's really good. He's talented. He's super passionate about his music. But yeah, 2016, boom. My shit is hitting like millions of streams independently. I don't even know anybody, and I don't really know anybody in the industry. It's just me and my homies in Toronto.
Have you like at that point? Had you like gone to LA?
Yeah, I was in Toronto. Did I go to LA? Yes. So that was my first time in LA.
Okay.
So that's when I met Malik Yusuf, which is pretty much like him and Kanye are like kind of brothers.
Sounds really familiar.
So he wrote like Heartless, All of the Lights.
Wow.
So he invested in. He's the one that invested in Kanye's career and gave him the bread to do College Dropout stuff.
Gotcha.
So he's in the music video Through the Wire. So that's where I met him, and he's been like pretty much my mentor since, you know what I mean, like a big brother and stuff. Shout out to Malik Yusuf. So yeah, just kind of learned the game in LA, and then it goes crazy, and then Spotify Netherlands, because my shit's going crazy over there. So they told me to pull up to Netherlands, and
which is how crazy was that moment for you? Where like,
yeah,
when you're rapping on the streets of Ottawa, and then next thing
crazy,
you know,
bro.
Netherlands, because
it was crazy for me because it's like I never like throughout the whole process, like people respected what I did, but I've never like the artist that people are like, in a way like, oh, that's the guy, you know what I mean? Like, so for me, I always felt like, okay, I'm defeating the odds, because like, you know, whatever sound people think I should be doing, I always went the other way and stuff like that. So I'm like, it's crazy that I got here taking that path, you know? So that's why like the journey really resonated with me. So yeah, it was crazy because now I never really traveled before that because all my money went into music, like all my dollars. You know what I mean? Like 100%. So like for me, it was like it's either I make it or I'm never gonna travel because all my money's into that shit, you know? So now I'm starting to see these cities I've been hearing about, like LA, Netherlands, France. So I go link up with Spotify in Netherlands.
Like at the headquarters?
Yeah. So then they're like, yo, like your song is going crazy on the Mellow Bar playlist. I don't know if you know that playlist song. Yeah, so I was the
like
face.
One of those automated ones on Spotify.
Yeah. So I was like the face of it for like a while, and they're like, the only reason we took off your song is because it's been there for like 2 years now.
Wow.
But like people can't replay it. To this day, like people
what
still
song
play
was that?
It's called Lately.
okay, I know Lately. That's crazy.
Yeah. Till this day, like there's no.
Do you know the thumbnail for the YouTube video? Kills me every time. It's the drunk girl in the back of the car with the bottle, and then Steve's just like, "Bro, get the fuck out of here." I'm gonna pop. We always say so much stuff. I'm like, throw this edit in. I'm gonna put the edit right here. It kills me every time I see it.
Yeah,
But
man, it was good
crazy.
times,
That's a
man.
crazy accolade. That's an amazing.
Yeah, man, it just went crazy, and then the guys from the city. I don't know if you remember, like what's it, Wolfie and all those guys.
Yeah, like Kinawa,
Yeah, exactly. So it's your boy Sean.
Okay.
So he added the song on his intro of all his videos, so that helped it go crazy.
Yeah, I've definitely heard. Now I know exactly what song.
Yes, so he had it in the intro, and then to make it go crazier, there was this tennis player called Nick Kyrgios. Kyrgios.
No way.
So basically, he had a match, and he was pissed, and then he ends up breaking his racket and just walking off. He didn't even finish the game.
I totally remember that.
That same day, he posted my song.
No way.
So it's funny because it's like he didn't really say anything about the song. He just posted it, and for me, I'm like, well, if he posted a song, I kind of know what he's probably going through because the whole song is about me being fucked up, moving to Toronto, not being in the best place. You know what I mean, mentally and shit. So I'm like, all right, well, I guess he's not in the best place mentally. So now it's like just domino effects happening, and then just kind of like, just started spreading, and that was the moment where I'm like, okay, full time.
Yeah.
You know, me and my, exactly. You know, so me and my, one of my best friends, Stan, my right hand man's, we both quit our jobs, and then we're just living off my music salary.
How? I'm sure there's at least one person that might watch this. How hard was that saying, damn, I'm going to quit my job and pursue my dream? Like, what was it like pursuing your dream?
For sure.
That must have been a big moment where you must have been laying in bed at night and like, damn, I got bills to pay.
100%. It was a crazy leap. You know what I mean? Like, it is a scary leap because it's the unknown at the end of the day. You don't know what the next step looks like. You don't know what the outcome is going to be. However, it just got to the point where it got too crazy, and I was working at this spot in Toronto where my manager was like super cool. Like anytime I wanted to leave, like he'd be like, all right, cool, do your thing. But I was leaving so much to the point that it's like, shit, I'm starting to affect his job because he has people to answer to, you know? And it's one of those things where honestly, I quit because I'm like, shit, I need to be considerate to him, and I know I need to travel, you know? So I'm like, yo, I'm dipping, you know? He's like, fuck yeah, you leaving? I'm like, yeah, man. He's like, good.
Yeah, he understood.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, and I think that's what's cool about, like, the work culture in Toronto is I find, like, people are multi-dimensional. So even though like I worked a 9 to 5 there, people were very much engaged in my career. Like if I had a show, people were pulling up.
I feel like it's not like that in Ottawa.
Nah.
It's just like, oh, you do that. You're like, oh. Anyways, like.
Yeah.
I want extra lettuce on my cheeseburger. Like, hurry up. Like,
yeah, exactly. No it's just work, home. I don't want to hear about anything else. Where in Toronto, it's very much KO. You got a show? Okay, we're coming to support you. You know, so he was very supportive. And from there, never looked back. Yeah, so 2016, that was the year.
Was there any moments in your career where you're like, because I look at the, like even just general life, like you could be 70 years old and that's like, damn, you could be City Fidelia, the director of like the world's biggest movie. Like you never know.
Yeah.
Like where life could kind of go. But have you ever? There's so much luck involved, especially with the hair industry. You could be the best rapper in the world, but like or best like basketball player, but just by injury.
Yeah.
Is there ever a moment that you're like, damn, I was so close to having like that special opportunity that like just didn't hit? Or is there ever that moment where you're like you could taste it, but it just fell through? Like I feel like there's so much stuff where that just happens within our industry.
Definitely. Like I definitely had a lot of moments like before like things started really going well. Mm-hmm. I got offered like many deals with a lot of money while I was broke, and like I didn't take them because a lot of the deals were trying to cut out like my people, you know what I mean, and didn't want to give me my masters and stuff. And even though the money looked good at the time, because when you show up, I remember this one moment I went to McDonald's and I bought large fries and my shit declined. And I'm like, damn, this is bad.
And then you're like, thinking about that big.
I'm like, damn, all I have to sign is this quick signature at the bottom, and I got a big bag coming to my account.
You could have been getting extra cheese on the burger.
You know what I'm saying? But I always believed in the future and the bigger picture, especially with my team. You know what I mean? Like, because at the end of the day, like this industry, people will spit you out once they feel like you can't offer them or bring value to them. Whereas like the people, my friends, like through all my ups and downs, they rocked with me. Yet sometimes, you know, like the amount of capacity that they have changes, you know, which is normal because people got their lives and stuff, but they're always there, you know what I mean? And for me, I was like, nah, I'm gonna stick to my people, and we'll tough it out. And now, I'm happy at a place. I'm at a place where, you know, they're all eating, and we're doing well, and we're trying to do more things.
Because it's crazy how life can go about. Remind me the name of the hardstyle track that you did.
Showtech.
Showtech.
Yeah.
He showed me that, and I was like, this guy made a song with Showtech?
Yeah.
I was crazy Instagram story, and I was like, you're like being David Guetta. And I'm like,
yeah.
But it's just crazy, like, how, like I said, you could be a director at 70. It's like, I don't think you, when you were like rapping on the streets, you'd be like, yo, I'm going to do a
that's crazy.
EDM song. What was that like, switching up styles for you? Or have you ever been something part of that? Because I don't listen to much EDM, but if I ever do, it's just like, bro, it's right before the gym. It's hard style. So I listen to that, I'm like, bro, my favorite weird music genre, and City Fidelia, bro, that's like, what was that like? Switching up, where like, this is really weird, but I like it? Or
it was like, because I'm always trying to find ways to be unique, you know? And Water from Showtech, reached out. He's like, yo, we're working on a new album. We want you on it.
So, did you know who you were before that?
So he reached out to me. So when my shit was popping in the Netherlands, because they're from the Netherlands.
So that one track, years later.
So that's how they found me, and that's how I connected. I don't know if you're familiar with Eva Shaw. She's a producer, DJ. She's from Toronto, but she's been living in the States forever. Okay. So he found me, and she was kind of transitioning from EDM to hip hop. So her and I like did like a 4-piece EP together. So that's how she got like into like the hip hop like genre and stuff like that. And then she ended up doing like stuff with like Nate Husser and pretty much everybody. Yeah, she's outside. She's doing her thing. But he's the one that reached out to me. And then like years later, he's like, yo, we got this a hardstyle album coming out, and we want you on it. And then I'm like, yo, you know what? To add my little spin to that, I'm like, okay, give me like a breakdown when like I'm rapping, you know, spitting, you know, my shit about my life, and then I'm gonna shoot the my part in the neighborhood, you know, in my neighborhood. So kind of give, you know, so
there's a music video out
there right it's now? It's out.
Watch that one.
So like, my part, I'm in the neighborhood by the, you know, the corner store with my people. And so it's kind of like adding that hip hop element to the EDM world, you know, hardstyle. And they're really respected, man. So, cause they brought me out on tour out west last year, I think it was last year. And like their fans were going crazy and just being like, yo, like, you know, like you guys are like the legends of hardstyle. And even David Guetta is like, yo, you guys need to teach me how to do my kicks harder, you know? So it's like, just to see.
One of the GOATs.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so just to even see him show them love, and then like they're showing me a lot of love. So it was cool, man. It's a cool experience.
That's crazy, but it just shows you, it's just like how.
Yeah, yo, he showed me that song. When he showed me, and I was like, wait, am I seeing this right? Like Showtech and City, like that was, even for them to collaborate with someone from Ottawa. Like, it's crazy to me.
No, 100%.
Do you have a favorite collaboration and a favorite co-sign?
Ooh, so collaboration will definitely be Showtech and Drum. Man. Shout out to Drum, man. I remember sending him that record, and he like knocked it out like same day. Sent it back. But he was kind of pissed at first because I'm like, yo, just because he sent me. So basically, what's on the bridge of the song right now? He sent that to me. He made that the hook at first.
Okay.
And I'm like, I don't know how I feel.
Song or his
it was my record. So I was like, I don't know about this part. You know what I mean? Like, it's dope. I don't know if it fits the hook. And he's like, man. So he FaceTimes me. He's like, yo, you're not feeling it? I'm like, nah, you know, like, I want like that. He has this record with SZA called Take Care or Caretaker. And I'm like, I need that version of you, you know? Mm-hmm. So he sends me back another version. I'm like, yeah, this is it, you know? And then I took what he sent me first, and I put it on the bridge, and it sat beautifully on it. And then when I went to Atlanta to shoot the video with him, and he's like, yeah, you were right. You were right about that, you know? And yeah, that was a good time too. And even like while I was with him, you know, I was playing him like you know, FCG Metro stuff, and I still have video of him like them watching the video and being like, oh shit, like damn, that's some real good music. Yeah,
that era of Ottawa rap is
crazy,
almost untouched.
100%. I was actually thinking about that today. I'm just like, that was a really good time in the city, you know.
Real.
And then
like I moved to the city in 2022. I remember like they were like Metro just passed away that year.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, bro, FTG was just
crazy. It
Two Time was just coming up like
Yeah.
Facts, the whole west side.
Yeah, man, it was a good time, and like I would just move. I was like transitioning back to Ottawa around that time, and I went to go speak at a high school, and it's like these students that was like putting me on to, you know, what's going on in Ottawa, and they're telling me about the politics and stuff, and I was like, oh shit, these politics still exist?
Yeah,
because these like
it's crazy that you're in it and you're getting educated by it. Like it's just so much that goes on.
Yeah, because like the whole Southwest Bloods Crips been a thing since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I was like, what? It's still a thing, you know? And yeah, I went home to listen to Rainy Days.
What?
And that was the first time
song.
I had like real goosebumps like from an Ottawa artist in a long time. And then like
It makes me sad every time.
yeah, it is, you know?
No, it's a great sad song. It's a great song.
Yeah, it's a great song. And yeah, and then I did a whole deep dive, you know, their music, you know, Gigi Sevi, Lido, and all those people.
Shout out to them.
So, you know, I just peeped all their stuff, and yeah, man, it's you know, it's unfortunate, you know, things are a certain way, but you know, that's one of my motivations in doing well in music is to continue to be a voice to kind of be like, yo, we could do better, you know. And then best cosign.
Yeah, I know
The craziest one. There's two of them that I went crazy. Like I woke up being like, holy,
You're like, yeah.
shit. It was Virgil Abloh. I was fucking crazy moment, man. I'm like taking a shit. You know, then fucking I get a text. And like, yo, Virgil just posted your record. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? I look on his Instagram and he's playing my record. I'm like, what the fuck? I still got video of that too. And I'm just like, I went crazy. Like, I went crazy. That time, I was like,
that
what
is insane.
the fuck, bro? Virgil Abloh. So that was a crazy moment for me. And then definitely Joe Budden podcast moment. That was crazy for me too, because I watch it religiously, and it wasn't yeah, you know, and I like it wasn't something that was planned. It's just I woke up. It was a trippy moment. I woke up, I see someone tag me, and it's the Joe Budden podcast. I'm like, yo, is this AI? I'm like half asleep.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this AI? Like what's going on here?
Just recently?
This was last year.
Wow. Okay.
Last year, around last year, and I'm like, hey, this is what's going on here, you know? Then I go on Twitter, just going crazy. And then I hear my name in the video. I'm like, what the fuck? I call my FIFA. I'm like, yo, they just played my record on the Joe Budden podcast.
Wow, those are two insane.
You know, so I'm still tight. I'm still tight with so through that's how I got tight with Parks, and he's been helping out my formula program. So usually at the end of the formula program, I take everybody to New York.
He's a producer on Joe Budden, correct?
Yeah, so he produces and he does the engineering.
Okay. You went down with S Reels, like that. That's the guy you talked to.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Jaco came the first time we met him. So through that moment, me and him, you know, we connected and been tight. He's been a big supporter of the formula program, really giving these artists feedback, because I always feel like it's good to get like someone that's not from here to get feedback. Cause
maybe show them more love than the people from here, man. It's
yeah,
crazy.
100%. You know, so yeah, man, and he's just a really dope dude, man. Like I love when I could go to the States and find dope humans that are actually just
Genuine.
humans, genuine human that are doing dope shit. and can still kind of like relate to other people, and he's a really genuine dude, and yeah, man, that was a crazy moment.
Dude, I'm still tripping about that Virgil.
Yeah, man. Virgil
I'll
was
say
crazy.
this: not many people in life could say, "Yo, what was the best shit of all time?" I think it doesn't get much better than that. I'd be
dude,
scrolling on the
that's like
scrolling on
a
the
huge,
toilet, bro. That's
huge flex. I'd be flexing that all the time. Are you crazy? That's
Well, for sure. No, it was a huge moment, and I think that helped that song that you posted get into like GQ Japan had like a playlist, and they put it in there. So like yeah, man, there's been a lot of cool moments in my career that's like I could wake up and just be like, you know what, like I have so much gratitude towards it because I didn't fold through the process. I didn't change towards the city. Like anybody that knows me from the start to finish, I always been the same person. You know what I mean? Like no matter how much money I get, how many exposure, whatever, I always been the same person. Like
that's true. Since the day that I met you.
yeah, and for me, it's kind of like at the end of the day, it's I don't know. I kind of do all these things with a purpose, and we're all human at the end of the day. And this is just one of the roles I'm playing amongst the whole world. And
I'm so in for when you're 70. I'm calling it right now. It's gonna be #1 box office. Director of City Fidelia. You never know. You never know where.
And a Drake feature. I'm calling it.
Yeah. Shit, I would love that, man. Honestly, like.
I mean, tapped in with anyone in India?
Definitely, like between my team and we have like mutuals, but I haven't talked to Champagne yet. But I would love to connect with him and have him in the city. I feel
if somebody knows Mr. Champagne, you know who to holler at.
And
yeah,
since Hassan Fills, shout out to Hassan. He's been
Actually,
on the
Hassan
episode.
Fills has actually watched a couple of our reels. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, shout out to Hassan Fills.
Super funny.
Hassan, by any chance, I know you've viewed my stuff before. You've liked our stuff. You've been on a Drake feature. Next to City Fidelia.
Oh, for sure,
Shout out
man.
Hassan, but
He's in Vancouver with one of my homies right now.
Oh, word?
I saw like she posted, and I was like, "Is that like the Hassan Fills?" She's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, he's fire, man. He's another genuine dude, man.
Very nice.
I've heard.
He's
I've
very
never
chill.
met him, but I've heard. You guys did an episode with him, right?
Yeah.
The before we wrap it up, I
do have one more question.
I do have 2 quick ones.
Yeah.
I usually do this on the street, but I'm like, I'm gonna put it back and put it into the podcast.
Yeah.
First one would be top 3 Ottawa artists. I know that you know a lot of
Subjectively
names,
or
but
objectively?
I actually don't know the difference with those two. What's
So objectively is like me trying to do my best to kind of remove my emotions from it, and then
Yeah,
subjectively
give us
is
both,
like
give us
my
both.
What you think? Okay, give us both.
objectively. 1 and 2 always gotta be Nyla Belly. That's and then 3 I would say objectively, I think Metro. I think I would have
Great
to put
answer.
Metro third.
It's that lineup. There's not much you can say.
Yeah, even though Metro wasn't around for a long time, his music was just so impactful,
It resonates with you.
Yeah, so I would have to put him third, objectively, but in my opinion. Subjectively, definitely Romeo. You guys got to take in this dude named Harvey Strice. He was that guy like back in the
Players
day.
talked about him, but I've never listened to his.
Yeah, he's a guy, man. Really, he started like he's one of the ones that like started like the fly, big money shit in Ottawa. And then I would say number 3 would be a battle between Bobby and yeah, man, I don't know. So I said Romeo.
Harvey Stripes.
Bobby, and there was a rapper called C Squeezy when I was coming up to. That was crazy. He's like laid back, he's low key, but like at the time, this guy's bars was crazy. Like he was one of those people I was like, yo, like I want to learn how to rap like that. Like he put his bars together. Inspirational. And then there was this guy named, I don't know if you ever heard of Moonful.
No, I haven't.
Moonful's another guy that I looked up to coming up. So he's a Haitian artist. He usually raps in French and Creole. Okay. He has a couple English records, but like he was one of those dudes. Like if he had a show in the city, like back in the day, like you were going like, and that's I'll say back in the day about Ottawa that was dope. Like local artists were able to sell out places.
Yeah, it doesn't.
You didn't need like a big name to like sell out to fill up like 300 to 400 seats. Like you could have had you had like a couple dope dancers because the dancing scene was huge when we were coming out. That was popular, but it was more of like hip hop / like reggae. There was this group called the Yardies, and another group called Versatile and Lady Styles. So like they were like local celebrities, like, and it was kind of like celebrity vibes because anytime they would walk into a party, like the attention would be on them, you know. So we don't really have that culture anymore in Ottawa. But at that time, it's like if you were doing dope shit and your name was on a flyer, like people are coming outside to show love. So yeah, I'll say those are my picks.
So yeah. Second question before we wrap up: favorite thing about Ottawa and least favorite thing.
My favorite thing is I do like how most people in Ottawa are like genuine humans, humble, hard workers. Yeah. I'll say my least favorite. I think people are not willing to explore enough. Like people are scared to take leaps of faith and be unique at what they do. And that's the first thing. Like any artist I work with or whatever, I'm like, that's the number one thing. Like fuck being super good at what you're doing. Of course that matters. Yeah. But what makes you appealing to people is how unique you are. And that's why like the most popping artists, the most popping DJs even, like these are people that kind of like found a lane and mastered it, and now like whenever you hear certain mixes you think of them because you want people to fall in love with an emotion. And if you're just following trends, there is no emotion in the trend. It's just a trend. So I think what I would love to see in the city is just more people willing to be unique and just be themselves.
Montreal has that, I find.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
More unique. You walk around.
Romeo was actually telling me about that. He's like, the reason why I moved to Montreal is because there is no like creative block that kind of there is here. It's like a trend. You could talk about it for hours.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Trends and all that. Even I've done it before.
Yeah, we all do it.
With the freaking wig, you know what I mean? You see something like, funny.
I'll say this in Montreal. Sometimes you'll look at an outfit, you're like trying to figure out what you're seeing right now. It doesn't happen too much in Ottawa, but you're like, what am I looking at? I don't know if I like it.
But it's inspiring, right?
It's like it's unique. Like, it makes
they don't care.
They don't care. It's like, yo, this is me. This is what I do.
Facts.
And you're like, okay, like now you just inspired me. Yeah. But it's kind of like hard to be inspired if like everybody's doing the same thing, Sure. Yeah.
Okay, my question, it's a little bit unrelated, kind of unserious. You watch Netflix, I assume, yeah?
Yeah, here and there.
Have you watched the Diddy documentary?
Yeah, I did.
Coming from an artist / rapper, what are your thoughts on all that stuff? Because I can't analyze it enough.
Wow, I think there's so much layers to that case. Like, for one, the 90s were definitely a crazy time, you know what I mean? I do find, aside of me, it was kind of like, damn, like it sucks that we will never know the truth about like Biggie and Tupac. Yeah. I think that was one of my biggest takes. But I also do wonder, do people in the hip hop culture kind of fall victim to certain systems because they lack structure? Because
I like that.
When you think about it, Adam 22 does the exact same shit, but he has structure. He's a porn director.
Yeah.
He's doing the exact same. He's paying people to be intimate in whatever freaky way they want to be in.
I actually never thought about it that way.
You know what I mean? It's just Diddy had the baby oils and all that without structure, and that's why he's paying. And I feel like that happens often. You know what I mean? And yeah, I just think, you know, also it's nice to, not nice to know, but it's good for artists to know that like a lot of things are smoke and mirrors. Some people like come off as good people, they're not. But yeah, I don't know. This is very layered, man. It's very layered.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
like
100%. Even I was when I finished, I was like, wow, damn.
yeah, it's a lot. You know, it's because yeah, definitely in the 90s, even growing up, it's like a lot of things that we weren't sensitive about then.
It was a different world then.
It's
At
a
the end of the
different
day,
world,
it's a
you
whole
know.
different world.
There was a way different world. Like even you think like Mad TV. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if that would work today. You know what I mean?
No.
And we were all okay with it growing up, you know, like because we didn't take that stuff serious. We were kind of like,
There was less like of the snowflakes and stuff like that.
yeah, exactly. We're just like, oh shit, you know, all of these things are jokes, you know, and that's why I tell, you know, Jacob all the time that I love about y'all's content is I love the fact that he's willing to go there.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about our show is when we do it, I must like trying to explain some of the stuff that like what our episode was about. And it's like, bro, I don't know how to explain what we just did.
You gotta explain if the person doesn't really like kind of stuff like that. You gotta be like, oh yeah, we just joke around. But if the person is like you or like Dan that understands control, oh, you can break it up.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's the beauty of traveling because when you go to Europe, they don't go fuck. Like, they don't care about any of that. They don't care about that shit. Like a joke's a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but like here, it's like people are like, oh, if you make this kind of joke, that means you're this kind of person, and you know, and
drawing conclusions, just like jokes.
Yeah, exactly. And then it kind of that's why a lot of Canadian content is not good content because it's like you can tell people are holding back from making a good joke.
Yeah, bars.
Clip
know?
That. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely. I'll say back to that documentary. Definitely a lot of layers. There's a lot of things, but damn, hopefully, you know, Diddy after all this comes out a better person. You know, it does show how people are addicted to fame because, like, literally, he has the money to just fly somewhere else where no one would care. But you know, when you're a part of fame, you constantly want to be in.
You're chasing
it.
You're chasing like I don't know what the word is. Maybe the validation.
Yeah, the validation and stuff like that.
You lose sense of reality when you go try to not be.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and you're just kind of like, hey, I need this. I need this fuel. I need to be involved somehow. I need this validation. And I think, yeah, man. At the end of the day, like everybody needs to heal. Everybody needs to, you know, do better. And things of that nature. So I pray for everybody that was involved. And yeah, man.
Any last words, Mac?
Man, shout out to y'all for having me.
Thank you.
You know, I'm happy we made this happen, even in a snow day.
Hey, man.
Y'all got me outside on a snow day.
This weather is.
I'm like driving. I'm like, yo.
It probably took a while to get here.
Yeah, man. It's crazy outside, but I love everything you guys are doing, man. And bro, it's Ottawa to the world. You know, we gonna make things happen, and I'm excited for the whole city next year, man. I feel like everyone got a battery on their back and ready to come outside.
It's another chapter.
Yeah, I think so. I feel
like the last chapter, I don't know if you guys agree, would be like the FTG era, like that kind of thing, where we've had like, okay, that not saying him doing it, but like that was a big moment where it was like, okay, now we have the next chapter. Which I feel like this one was a prep, like this 2025, but like 2026 is like, okay, this is when we have people emerging. I'm calling it right now. Yard Boy
100%.
He's gonna fucking blow up this year. Yeah, he's gonna blow up this year.
There's always like a few people every couple of years that I'm like, oh shit, this dude is nice. Nice. You know, and that makes me be like, I'm not good enough. I gotta get better.
You gotta motivate.
And Yard Boy is one of those cats where like I'm like, that's an artist. Like he's
real. He's diverse. I don't know. I want to finish up, but I'm like, is there anyone in the city have you seen so diverse as Yard Boy K in recent memory? Like he does R&B. This guy does hip hop.
That's outside. No.
Other than City Fidelia.
That's not outside, but that's about to be outside. My brother Jeff Shannon. Okay. Definitely that.
So yo, are you related to him?
Yeah, that's my brother.
That's your actual brother. Yo, Flair told me that, and I was like, no way.
Yeah. And he's crazy talented, but he doesn't put out music. But we we're on your ass, man. You're putting out music this next year,
Jeff.
you know. I would say those two. I'll throw myself in there. But I'll say those two are very diverse and can really be in any pocket and do the thing. Yeah. For what? Off the top. So don't get mad at me if I forgot you or whatever. You know.
Hate allowed.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Friends, family, sticking around. It's been a while since we filmed, so it's crazy to hear people listening to the podcast and actually pay attention. So if this gets 5 views, if it gets 5,000 views,
Scott always says this.
thank you for every single person. So
Well, for sure, man. I was one of those 5. After it was 5 last time, I was there, man.
For real.
From start to finish.
For real. And then we gotta get Mez and DeFlair in the episode.
Oh, for sure. Got to get the house in, man.
Okay.
Bet on the house.
so
Yes, sir.
take care and thank you.
Thank you, City Fidelia. Peace.
One time.
Off the decks.